I'm Emma.
And I'm Tracy.
And just for Tom, we are
Curly Teams.
My youngest always takes the mick out of us because he says we always do that little head nod.
The neck roll.
Curly Teams.
We've got to get some exercise somehow.
Exactly, yeah. Anyway, good morning, hello and welcome. It's nice to have you with us.
Yeah. It's been a while. In fact, it's been so long, I'm starting to miss myself.
I know. It has been
Episode 29. Episode 29. We are a knitting, quilting and sewing podcast, and we're coming to you from the south of England. We're by remote via Zoom again today because of we're still in lockdown in the UK. Emma, you're in Wiltshire.
I am in Wiltshire, just outside Salisbury.
Yeah, and I'm in Hampshire, just outside of Portsmouth.
And if you're joining us for the first time, we're cousins.
We are, yes. We always forget to say that.
And yes, so welcome. Nice to have you with us.
Welcome. We've had a few new subscribers actually over the last couple of weeks. So thank you very much for joining us. We hope you like what you see. Tell everybody else that they might like what they see too.
Don't forget to
we're trying to get to 600 words are going out. We should have done the exercises, you know, the vocal things.
It's a good start.
It is, isn't it?
And in case you're wondering it's going to get any better, don't.
No, it's not going to get any better. No, that's it. That's it. It's all going to go downhill from now. We're trying to get to 600. I can't even say that now. 600 subscribers because we've got a giveaway. We're desperate to give this giveaway away, but we're still waiting to get to 600 subscribers.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, it is. It is an extremely good one. So, yeah, it almost never went as a prize, actually. But
no, I nearly kept it. Yeah, I did.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, tell everybody, and you know, more the merrier.
Yeah. So don't forget to click like, notification, and subscribe.
The notifications. We need you to switch on those notifications.
Go.
In the words of Arnie.
Yep. We've also got merch.
Yeah, I've got mine as well. Yeah. Have you got the good one or the bad one?
I've got I think I might have picked up the old one, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had some good prints and some bad prints. I think I've got the better one, but
yes, I mean, it's funny because ours get used all the time. The kids, you know, the kids use them and everything. So I just pulled the first one out the cupboard. So yeah, I've got one of the old ones. And Tracy, you're wearing a t-shirt.
I am. I'm wearing I'll sit up a little bit, not too far, because I've got such a roll from all these extra COVID pounds. I'm not going to stand up too far. You go, nice boob shot there.
Well, at least you've got some.
I'll tell you what, I've got a few more since, well, not a few, I've still got two, but they're a bit bigger than they were because of all the extra weight I put on. I got on the scales the other day and I was like, this has just got to stop. It's just going up and up and up.
Yeah.
And even though I'm watching my weight, I'm trying to watch what I eat. I really am trying to watch. I don't seem to have control over it at the moment. So I have to get to grips with it. So tomorrow, I'm not doing it today because I don't like doing things on the first of a month.
No.
Plus the fact I haven't done the shopping. Not that I do the shopping. I haven't given my shopping list to my husband who does the shopping to say what I want to eat this week. So, but I'm going to do a little bit of a detox tomorrow and then see if I can get myself going. So,
okay, sounds like a good plan.
We'll see. I did bake a chocolate cake yesterday and that's still sitting there. So this is probably not a good idea, is it?
It's not going to help, is it really? No.
I do baking on a Sunday now, but I give half of it away so that I'm not tempted to eat all of it. So,
yeah, that's a good idea.
And it's a cake that my son likes. He won't eat some of the cakes I eat. He's quite picky about what cakes he eats. He won't just eat any cake. It's got to be a chocolate cake. And since I did a chocolate cake yesterday, I know that he'll dig in and eat quite a bit of it. So I won't be tempted to eat it because it's there.
No, that sounds like a good plan.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I've just thought I'm looking very dark out the back.
You are quite dark, yes.
Yes, yeah. It was all right when we started, but now it seems to have, I don't know if it's going to rain or, I don't know. But if
we had snow the other week, actually.
Yes, we had snow yesterday. It didn't settle.
Did you?
Yes, we did, but it didn't settle at all. It was too wet.
Just sleety, yeah. Yeah, I like snow. I like it when it's crisp and cold. I don't like damp.
No.
So, you know, when you get
What
that
yesterday.
feeling, you get chilled through to your bones. You know, I don't like that feeling. So gets the arthritis going, doesn't it? That does.
Yes, and that's something I've been struggling with actually over the past.
Really? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I just well, anyway, we'll have more on that later. It's just flared up over the past few weeks.
Did you take anything for it?
No, I haven't been, but I think I'm going to have to start now. So yeah, I had awful trouble. My thumb flared up a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
Bit better.
Turmeric's supposed to be good for arthritis, isn't it?
It is. Now,
Yeah.
I told my dad that because my dad suffers very badly with his hands with arthritis, and he tried it and it made no difference whatsoever. So
did you take it for long enough?
yeah, he did. Yeah, he gave it a good go. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I might be wrong in saying this, but I think turmeric only works if you have it with oil and black pepper. I think you have to have it in combination. Don't ask me why. There's something to do with the composition of the turmeric that it releases whatever it releases to help with the arthritis if those other two compounds within the oil and the black pepper are present. But I could be wrong with that. So sometimes I get things wrong. Quite often I get things wrong.
Who knows?
Yeah, but for those of you who might know, let us know. That'd be good to know.
Comments below, let us know. Right then.
Have you made much?
Pardon?
Have you done much? Have you made much? Have you made much? Have you sewn much? Have you knitted much?
Well, what shall we start with? Shall we start with finished objects?
We normally do, don't we?
We do.
It's been so long, I can't remember.
No, I know, we're a bit out of practice.
Actually, the last time we recorded was before Christmas, wasn't it?
Was it the one with the girls? That wasn't our last one, was it?
Well, we did one with the girls, our two daughters, and then we did one immediately after, which was just the two of us.
Yes.
That seems a long time ago. I don't remember.
And that was before Christmas.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure it was before Christmas. It was definitely before Christmas, but
excuse me.
Anyway.
Right, finished objects. Let's get going.
Yeah, what you got? What you got for me?
Well, I am actually wearing a finished object.
Oh,
yes. So
very nice.
This is I don't know if you can see the bottom part, but anyway, it's just, you know, this is the Tabor top by Sew House 7,
right?
Which is it's a very simple V-neck, and it has, I don't know if you can see, but it has a
crossover. Yeah.
And it has lots of different variations. I will put a picture up here.
Oh, we're getting technical now.
There we are. Don't know if it'll work or not, but you know, we can try, can't we?
Might be here.
No, it's definitely going to be here.
Right.
Okay. I've lost my train of thought now.
Tabletop. Sorry, that was my fault.
Tabletop. So it's a very simple. This is just a cotton viscose mix.
Yeah, it's got a nice drape to it. You can see it's got a drape. Yeah.
And it's got a drop shoulder, so the shoulder seam is there.
Yeah.
And it's very easy. I cut the pattern out on one of our videos, I think, when we were sat.
Oh, that's what you're doing. I didn't realise it was that one. Okay,
yeah.
Right. Yes,
so yes. I cut the pattern out then, and then I cut the fabric out before Christmas, and then it just sat there, and I got really fed up with myself. And so I have started going along to Ali Warner, who runs the bobbin school. She's been doing some Zoom dressmaking classes.
Yes.
So I've been going along to those in an attempt to try and focus myself and get something done. Mm-hmm. So I did that. I got the overlocker out, and I did it on one of her classes, and she gave me a little bit of advice over Zoom about this. It's not brilliant, but I unpicked it and I had another go at it, and it's still not spot on. But I was really worried that if I unpicked it again, I was going to start picking holes in it. So I just thought, no, I can live with it. It's fine.
That V-neck crossover is quite a difficult thing to do, isn't it?
Yes, it's a bit tricky.
Yeah. if you remember back last year, everyone was making the scrubs. They all have crossover at the neckline.
Yeah.
And I remember trying several different methods until I was happy with one that I thought worked. But of course, dealing with cotton as a cotton fabric as opposed to a cotton knit is a lot easier. So you could unpick it several times without the risk of ruining it. With a cotton knit, you could easily pull a little hole, couldn't you?
Exactly. And that was the sort of point I was getting to. And I thought, no, just accept it, just live with it. And it's, I mean, it's fine. It's not.
Right, I wanted to know because I certainly can't see it from this.
No, I think it's only because I was so close to it that I could see it.
Yeah.
So yes, it's a really nice make. It's ever so comfy. It's lovely and warm. And I just wanted something with a bit of colour because the
colour's beautiful and it really suits you.
Really love the colour. So I can see, I can see it's just really simple, but that you can adapt it and you can hack it as many times as you like, really. And it has a sort of a short sleeve version and lots of different variations to it. So I think it's really, really nice. So yeah, I'm going to be making more of these, I think.
Oh, brilliant. I could see that made into a dress for the summer, actually going straight down and putting a little belt around it or something. So
yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Or over a pair of leggings or something for winter. Yeah, it's lovely. Very nice.
Yeah, so it's very pleased.
Good. So, it looks lovely on you. Really nice. Good. V-neck suit you, actually. Know what kind of neckline suits? It's quite a challenge, actually, sometimes. Don't you find that?
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, I think a V-neck, I prefer a V-neck to a round neck. But
I do.
Yeah, because it doesn't cut you off, does it? I don't like anything that's too high. But, anyway, yeah. Excellent. Well done you. So you're back on the clothes sewing.
I am trying, yes, because I have a little cupboard full of fabric in there that needs using up, and it's
I'm not in clothes sewing mode at the moment. I've found a site that I like the clothes and they fit me, and I purchased a few things. I thought, oh, do you know what? I'll just leave it for a little while.
Yeah, why not? If you're not there, then there's no point doing it.
No, things don't come out right. If you're not in the right frame of mind, they just don't look nice at all, do they? Or cannot. Sometimes I think so. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I haven't done any sewing, I'm afraid. There's no clothes sewing on my end. I've done a bit of quilting, but let's talk about your quilt first.
My quilt.
Yeah, the one that's on the screen.
Oh, this one. Sorry. I was thinking, which quilt? Which was she on about? Yes, I'm going to. This, as you know, this comes very hard, doesn't it? Sort of blowing your own trumpet.
Being British, we're not very good at telling people that we're good at what we do. Yeah, right.
That's it. Yeah, and we're not very good at sort of shouting out, are we? Anyway, I am going to do it, and I'm probably going to go bright red while I'm doing it. But anyway,
no, you're not.
Last year, Curated Quilts, which is an American publication, ran for each magazine. They run a little challenge, and this one was called the Plus Quilt Challenge. So this was the so all the quilts in here are all based on the plus quilt shape. I mean, some beautiful ones, there really are. It's just not so much, but look, that's the Red Cross one. You can put it under there.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah,
that's huge. Oh, I see. Yeah, so I don't actually take the magazine. I really should think about taking it, shouldn't I? I bought the first one, and that was as much as I bought. So yeah.
So yes, they run a little challenge, and I decided that I was going to enter, and I was in conversation with Chip over at the Fibre Hustle, and we were both going to do one. And so the day that they were due, I think they were due in the following day, the Sunday before that, it was on the frame, and I was just charging around trying to get it finished, and I think Chip just gave up and just didn't finish his in time. But I think
I'm disappointed, Chip. You should have carried on.
So it wasn't brilliant. I finished it. I wasn't very happy with it, but I took a photograph and I sent it off, because I'm very good at saying I'm going to do things and not actually doing them. So I thought, no, I'm going to do it. So I did. And then, shock of all shocks, I got picked. And so it is in here, and I got my my little wall hanging back with my copy of the magazine. And there is my little entry just in there.
Oh, I'm so pleased for you.
So yeah, I was absolutely thrilled. So it is a lovely magazine. It really is. But there are no adverts in it. There's some great articles. Oh gosh, there's just so much inspiration in there. Sarah Hibbert had one of hers in as well. I love Sarah.
Oh, I love her stuff.
Yeah,
nice.
So yes, so that was my little. It came back. I think was it last week or the week before? All safe and sound. So I am going to actually put it up on the wall, just up there, so I can sit and look at it and be proud of myself. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
No, I really like it. I like the colour choices, and I like that. Is that actually piping around the edge?
Yes, it's
or is it just a little?
It's a faux piping in actual fact. It's a method of creating sort of like a faux binding, which I might do a little video tutorial for actually. It works really nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. So you
Yeah,
attach it to the binding before you put it on?
yes, you piece the binding with that, and then
Right.
one side is slightly bigger than the other, so that when you fold it in half, you end up with that little sort of piping. Trying to think where my you end up with that little piping along there.
Yeah. So is it filled, or is it just fabric folded over?
It's just fabric folded over. So normally for a binding, you cut it at, well, I cut mine at 2.5 inches.
Yes.
So you cut the blue at I'm trying to think, 1.25.
Whatever the size is. Yeah. So it's going to be slightly.
And then this piece here is slightly bigger, so that when you then fold it in half,
it tucks over. Okay, I got you. Yeah. I'm
not explaining it very well, but
no, I understand what you've done there. Yeah, no, it's lovely.
But they chose the colour palette. They give you a
Well, the nice thing about doing it that way is that when you come to first of all, it goes on in one, but it means that when you come to do the mitered corners, you haven't, if you do it as a traditional piping and then put the binding on afterwards, you've got that corner. It's very difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
Whereas this method, I guess you just do it the same way, don't you, as you would normally do it.
And the other beauty about it is that you or I did anyway, that you can machine it on. You and I both, when we do our bindings, we turn to the back, don't we, and then stitch them by hand. Whereas this method, you can actually stitch in that ditch between the two fabrics by machine, because I was up against it time wise. I knew I had to get it finished. I thought I haven't got the time to sit down and sew the binding down by hand, which is why I chose that method.
Yeah. Did you have to send a photograph of the front and the back?
No, it was just the front.
Just the front. Okay. Because I know I forget which person told me this, but it was somebody that enters a lot of quilts into competitions, and if you're entering into a competition in the States, and I believe you have to send a photograph of the front, the back, and a close-up of the binding in a corner.
Oh, really?
I think that's right. But anyway, it wasn't he that told me this, so I won't give away who it was. But I think I remember who it was now. They said that they only did one corner. They stitched down one corner.
Oh.
So that they didn't have, and then the back you don't have to show the binding.
Oh, nice.
So that it gives you that time to then finish everything off. But it's a bit of a cheat, but nonetheless, you've got your photographs ready to be submitted for the initial jurying process. So
for the deadline.
That's a good trick, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah,
necessary.
If it works, why not?
Yeah, brilliant, fabulous. I'm so pleased. Anyway, so yeah.
That was only a little thing.
So the week that you found out that you had got into the magazine, no, sorry, I beg your pardon. No, is that right? No, the week that the magazine came out, your son was also in the local paper because he's just released an album. Yes,
he was. Well, they're about to release an EP. Yes, so yes, they had a little article and lots of big photographs in the local paper. So yeah, we had a really good week that week, publicity-wise.
Oh, so Tom, Curly Seam says well done.
He won't watch it. He won't watch it.
Oh, you never know. This might be the one he watches. So anyway, I was pleased for you, all of you. So it was really nice. So
it was a good week.
Yeah, brilliant, fabulous. So great, good. Right. So have you made anything else?
Finish wise, I have finished my my Colemore Christmas row by row, which you can see there.
Yeah.
So it's
love it, love it.
All bound, all quilted. So
and I saw a picture on Instagram.
Pardon?
Yeah, I saw a picture on Instagram. You put holly leaves.
I put holly leaves. Yes, I don't think you can see them, but I'll try and get a to put on.
Can you pop it under the camera?
I can try.
Yeah. Oh yeah, lovely. I like that very much.
It's just a loop-de-loop and a load of holly leaves.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Very nice. Very nice. Well, you finished yours. I'll finish mine off as well because I've got mine's behind me. So this is the same quilt in different colourways.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's lovely. Is that the same size?
Pardon?
Is that the same size? Is that?
Yes, the same size. So this is the what did it, do you know? I can't remember the actual size. Was it 46 by 60 something? I can't remember now.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. That's lovely. And what quilting did you do on it, Tracy?
This one, I just did. I'll put that back in a minute. This one, I just did a basic meander over. I just didn't fuss with it because I just think this is a children's quilt. Whether I gave it away to a child, I don't know. We'll think about that one. Yeah. But I just wanted to do something really, really simple on it, so I just did a basic meander. So
that's lovely.
It's done the job. I quite like the texture of that. I think meanders are basic. I hate the name for this. In the UK, we often call that vermicelli.
You see, like vermicelli to me is that much tighter, small, really small.
Yeah. People still call this vermicelli here. I hate that term. I don't know why. I just don't like it. But yeah, just a basic meander. It was much maligned for many years, I thought. It was overlooked, and people seem to think that they should do something a little bit fancier, and I don't know. But I think it does the job, and if it does the job, that's all you really need it to do, isn't it? So
no, that looks lovely.
Yeah, so I'm very pleased with that. The only thing I did find, I think whether you found this as well on yours, because it's a row by row, everything goes to the edge. So I was a little bit anal about trying to not take off my points.
Yeah.
So and that was a bit of a challenge to make sure that you got enough fabric to hang your binding onto. Yeah. And I made the mistake really of cutting a little bit too close. I should have actually left a little bit of extra backing and batting so that I had a bit more room to fold over, because it's a little bit light in the middle there, and I hate that as well.
Yes, so. I like my bindings to be filled. Just to explain that, in a lot of the books they tell you when you put your binding on to put it on with a 1/4 inch seam allowance.
Yeah.
Both Tracy and I don't use the 1/4 inch. We both use 3/8, about 3/8, don't we?
Yeah.
Because, well, I like my bindings, to be full. Yeah. So, and that's why you couldn't really do that with that, because
no. So it means to sew this on. I mean, I did actually cut it, and it was slightly over the 1/4. It wasn't the full 3/8, so it's not too bad in places. But in a couple of places here, I can feel the inside. In fact, you can see the inside of the quilt's not filling that binding completely. I don't know if you can see that. It's not filling quite completely.
Yeah.
It's not bad, and possibly by the time the whole thing's been washed, it's all going to shrink up and it'll be fine anyway. So it's not something. But what you're aiming to do is to get the same size binding on the front as you've got on the back. And this one, you can see it's just slightly bigger. It's not a lot. I mean, I'm being picky, but
really,
nonetheless, we have our own standards.
We do.
So yeah, I'm pleased to have got that one off the list, really. So
yeah, so I'm all ready for next Christmas. So I'm done.
You're done, are you? You've done your Christmas quilt.
No more Christmas.
Excellent.
Right, so have you got any more finishes then? Anything?
Yeah, I got a few finishes.
Oh, come on, let's have them.
I have. Let's start with this one. Let's start with that one first. I've knitted a hat.
Nice.
And I'll tell you what, that is it's called the Rafa's hat. Rafa's hat, is that? Yeah, Rafa's hat, which I think is a friend of this, of Locatelli.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I did it in the Macintosh double knit blue face Leicester.
Yeah.
And I did have a note somewhere of it's the colourway is called My Achievement, which now it's looking really blue here under the light. It isn't actually blue. If I hold, I don't know if I hold it up to this screen. Don't know. Oh, the lights, no, it's actually turquoise. It's not, it's blowing out completely. It's looking navy on me. No, it's not coming up the colour it is at all. It's actually a turquoise, which is it's a beautiful turquoise. So it's a lovely wool to knit with, really, really nice.
Yeah.
And a very quick knit. I knit it up in a couple of days, so it was nice just to do something and have something finished.
Yes, yeah, you need that, don't you, sometimes, I think.
Yeah. And then I found, can you see these labels?
Yeah, I was just thinking that looks really nice.
Hold on, let me try and get it in the mirror, in the camera even. Hold on, this is where you have to go up backwards. It's like reversing a trailer around a...
That's it, that's perfect. That's nice. Where did you get those from?
I picked those up off Etsy. There's a shop on Etsy, and I'll find the link and let you know what the link is. I was really impressed with them. It's a faux leather that's been hand printed, and on the other side it's got a ball of wool. But I couldn't decide which way to put it, whether to go handmade or ball of wool. But I decided it doesn't really matter, because you can either wear it with a brim up, or you can wear it with the brim down.
I like it with the brim up, actually.
Yeah, I think so too. But you've got the choice then. Yeah,
but I think I've decided that I prefer a folded brim to just a normal one.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I find the problem, because I'm wearing glasses all the time, you get it where it pokes, where the hat kind of comes round and pokes out at the side of the hat, of the glasses. So if you can pull it back a bit, you don't get that issue so much, you know. But anyway, the labels weren't expensive. I think I picked up 50 for about £10.
Oh gosh, that is good.
I might be wrong in saying that. Maybe it was 30 for £10. That seems rather cheap, doesn't it? I can't remember. But what I do like is, you know, where you start in the round and you join your wool in the round.
Yes.
And you do your best to make sure it's as neat and tidy, but you get a little job, don't you, sometimes?
Yeah.
Well, this does a job of hiding that.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
And it's really interesting. I put them on my husband's hats, and there was one that wasn't on. And he came up to me and says, there's no label on this hat. And so I said, no. I said, do you want one? So he says, oh yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so that's that. No pom-pom on this, because it's more male. I think this one. I'm getting ready for Christmas. This is going to go in my Christmas box too.
Oh, Tracy.
Listen, there's only 10 months until we start bringing out the Christmas things again.
It's the 1st of February, woman, for goodness sake.
No, did we say it was the 1st of February?
No, we did. That's why I said it, actually. It's 1st of February.
It's the 1st of February. First Christmas make. So I did that. So that's done.
I beat you, because that was my Christmas make. So I'm
yeah.
The fact that this should have been finished for last Christmas.
Yeah. I knitted these over Christmas, and I put a picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I've worn these constantly, so they've just had a wash and come out the wash. So they've already started to felt up a little bit underneath, because I've worn them so much. But they're so comfy and warm. And I like little ankle ones. You like longer ones, don't you?
Yes.
So I quite like little ankle ones. But anyway, I posted a picture, and I think I said something to the effect that I had planned to knit. I bought all this is West Yorkshire Spinners wool, by the way. This is actually their Christmas colourway, which I think is called, Hollyberry. It's called Hollyberry. So this one was a recent, I didn't actually buy this at the beginning of 2020. But in 2020, beginning of 2020, I think I bought 12 different balls of West Yorkshire Spinner wool with the intention of knitting 12 pairs of socks. And I think this was the second pair I knit. And that was just over Christmas, so I actually didn't meet my personal challenge. So one of the people that I corresponded with on Instagram came back to me and sent me a challenge that said, I think this was like, I want to say, it was some point during the beginning of the December period. I can't remember exactly when it was, but she said, oh, you've still got time to make at least 4 more pairs before the end of Christmas. If we say we can include the 12 days of Christmas, well, that takes you up to the 6th of January. So I thought, I'm not sure if I'll do that, but I'll give it a go, you see. So I didn't make 4 pairs, but I did make 3.
Oh, you didn't do bad then.
And a great big sock snake that I haven't knitted into socks yet. So, and I've started this one as well. So whilst I didn't make the challenge,
no, but that's not a bad go.
Not bad. I'm not bad. So yes, I'm really pleased with those. So these ones are for husband, and that is one of the West Yorkshire Spinners Country Bird range, and I think that one's Robin. And I may have shown that on the previous podcast. I may have actually had that on the go before. Yes, so maybe I finished this pair before this pair actually. So or did I? I can't remember, you know, because I do things in tandem sometimes, and I can't remember. But this one, I love this one. You bought me this wool for my birthday.
Yeah, it looks lovely.
And this is that upside down or right way around?
No, that's the right way round.
So it's an Opal brand, and I love this wool. It's really, really nice. It knits up beautifully. It feels nice in your hand. It's really, really nice. And I love the patternation that's come out with the self-striping or self-patterning wool. It's really nice.
Good. I'm trying to think where I got it from. I think I got it from Heather at Born to Knit in Salisbury.
Oh, okay.
I think that was where I got that from. But it looks lovely, and the matching is really good.
Yeah, it is. There is. I don't mind showing you. There is an issue at the toe, because I knitted them a little bit too short.
Right.
And I decided. I think this was the first one. I knitted it a little bit too short, and so I broke the wool. No, I knitted it and did all the did the toe. I finished the toe off, finished off the toe, tried it on. I thought it doesn't feel comfortable, so I unpicked it and then redid the toe bit. But obviously, I had to break the wool somewhere along the line, and it got misplaced at the toe. But you know, hey ho.
Yeah, very nice.
So, nonetheless, but what I also want to show you is I got a little treat. I treated myself to sock blockers.
To what?
I bought some sock blockers.
Oh yes.
Yeah, look. So here are my sock blockers. So, and I'm going to show you them because I'm really impressed with these. So, and I did do a proper block, and keep posted because I did a sock blocking tutorial, or as my mother called it, oh, have you done the territorial yet? So from here on in, any tutorial I do will be called a territorial.
Territorial. Isn't it? It's like Tom has when you get like neuralgia, you know, when your skin gets a bit tingly, when you have a bit of neuralgia going on. He came in the kitchen the other day and he said, oh Mum, I've got a bit of nostalgia going on in my soul. What?
Love it.
Anyway, let's have a look at your sock blockers.
Yeah, so I got
nice.
So that's the toe and that's the top. I got a couple of different designs.
Yeah. So
I got snowflakes and I got stars.
Do they come in a set size? Do you have to buy them in your size?
No, this is UK. Well, yes, you do. Yeah, this is UK women's size 5 to 7.
Right. Okay.
That's UK size 5 to 7. This was a kids version, and I forget what size this was, but I think it was up to a child's size 5.
Yeah. Excuse me.
And that I was thinking about my grandson possibly. Yeah. And that one's a men's size up to, I think that one is a 9 to 11. Right. 9 to 11. So you can see it's quite a bit different.
Yeah.
Okay. But they're made in the UK, and they're made from 3mm thick birch ply, as far as I can work out. But look what happened when they sent me them. They sent me all the cutouts.
Oh, what a good idea.
So they left me with all the little cutouts. So and little hearts from the inside of the heart. So I got hearts, I got sheep, I got stars, but I didn't. So I got snowflakes, but I didn't get the stars. I'm not sure where the stars went. So they probably went to someone else. But
yeah,
I was so excited when I opened them and I found all the cutouts as well. I just thought it was lovely.
Very nice.
Yeah. So now I made a bit of an error, big boo-boo, because you buy them singly. You buy one blocker. You don't buy a pair of blockers. And so as it happened, I did buy a pair for me, you know, in two different designs, the stars and the snowflakes, but I didn't buy the pair of the other two. So I'll have to order the others to make the pair for the others.
Okay.
So, but price-wise, I couldn't get over price. So it's under £3 per blocker.
Oh, wow, that's really good.
Yeah, they started from £2.79, and I think the biggest one was £2.97.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. And that was on Etsy?
No, that was on eBay.
eBay, okay.
Yeah, it's a UK seller. I did make a note of his name. It's a UK seller. Smirnoff bird _bird. So I'll put the link below.
Yeah, we'll put a link in.
Yeah. They've got a whole variety there. Well, yeah, I just thought value for money. It was just amazing. So yeah. Even if if you don't want to actually block your socks on them, they're nice just to display your socks.
Yeah, very nice.
So, yeah, so I was really impressed with that. So that was nice. That was one of my better purchases this last month. So very happy with that. So yeah, and then this sock snake that I did. I've made it. This was a gobstopper ball, and don't ask me what the gobstopper brand was, because I don't know, because I didn't have a label on it. No idea what it is. I know I purchased this many years ago.
Yeah.
From that shop in the fairgrounds in Andover Way.
Oh, at Way Hill.
Way Hill, yes.
Yeah.
There's a wool shop there that sheds some nice wool stuff there. So I did start by knitting a cuff. So at least I got a cuff on one end, and I think I finished with a cuff on the other end, which is slightly shorter. But there's enough here, I think, to make 2 pairs of shorty socks.
Yes.
So I think I'll do that. But I wasn't sure, because there's an awful lot of black. This is actually sort of like deep blue going into a black. And I think it's looking a bit navy there, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually black. And I thought there's quite a lot of black, so I may actually just pull that back a bit to shorten it off. I'm not sure yet, but I've got options as to where I start and finish. But I'm going to do the afterthought heel and toe.
Okay.
So I've never tried that before, but we'll give it a go.
Well,
I just really liked it. It was just knit, and I could sit and watch as much Christmas television as I wanted to.
Yeah.
So,
very nice.
Yeah, it's quite bright and cheerful, isn't it? So that's nice.
Right, yeah.
So that was my knitting finishes. Haven't touched my cardigan, the Wave of Change cardigan. Haven't touched that at all. It's still minus 1 sleeve. And I noticed you didn't talk about your. Actually, we haven't got to.
No, we haven't got there yet. So just wind your neck in, matey.
Well, I'm winding my neck in.
Okay. So, any more finishes?
Yeah, I've got one more. It's a bit of an odd one. I made myself a felt ball place that. I didn't make the felt balls. I bought the felt balls. But
that's really good. How did you?
Well, you have to kind of go up and down and across to connect everything. So it's not as easy as it looks, I have to say. But
is it sewn together then? Or?
Yeah, sewn together.
Right.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You can see. Can you see?
I can see now. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good though.
Yeah. So it's. What do you do with felt balls? Well, I had them. What do I do with them?
Yeah, I must admit I've got packets of them as well. So yeah, it's a really good way of using them.
Yeah, so I've got a few more left. So I quite like them. Yeah.
Very good.
So now we can use it for something. I just like colours.
But it's nice, bright and cheerful. I I've got one more finish. I spent a very pleasant afternoon with our Maureen. And talking of Maureen, Maureen tried, let me see if I can get this right. Maureen has knit a pair of socks that were magic loop in the round, 2 pairs of socks at one time.
You're telling me, yeah.
Toe down, was it? Was that it?
Toe up.
Or was it? Yeah, toe up, sorry, yeah. Was that, I think that was all of it. It was just like all of these techniques thrown into one.
Did she do them?
She did do them. Yes, she did do them. I'll see if I can get a picture to put in to show you, but I don't know, it's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah,
anyway,
I did look at that 2 at a time socks, and that's as much as I did.
So we spent a very pleasant afternoon making one of these little project packs, and that all can tuck inside there. Look.
Love it.
And I used some of my very precious Denise Schmidt fabrics, which I'm a bit loath to use, but you can see it inside.
I can see, yeah, it's lovely.
So
very nice.
We spent a very, very pleasant afternoon on Zoom, just sewing away, and she's made loads of these, you won't be surprised to hear. But it's a lady called Minky Kim, who has lots and lots of YouTube tutorials. I think what she does is she does sell the patterns as well, and then she'll do like a little YouTube tutorial to go along with it. But it was great fun. I really enjoyed doing it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Love that fabric as well.
Yeah, so I had a
few... is that a linen, or is it a Osnaburg?
That is an Osnaburg, yes.
Yeah, I thought it was, yeah.
Yes.
So do you actually know what Osnaburg is? Because I actually don't know what it is.
Well, it's a very loose weave cotton fabric, I believe. And I've used it in the past when I've been doing chenille fabrics, because it's so loose weave that when you cut it diagonally, when you slash it, when you wash it, it frays up beautifully. Yeah, it's really, I mean,
it's got a lovely slub-like texture to it, hasn't it?
Yeah,
so it's
very natural looking.
Yes. Yeah. I've used it in the past a few times as a much cheaper alternative to linen.
Yeah,
it's classified as a utility fabric, and it's very cheap. It is very comparatively, isn't it?
Yeah, very cheap. Yeah. And the other thing that I picked up was, I'm just trying to get into them. I think I got these on. I think I got them on eBay actually, and they're just.
Oh, they're cute too. I like those.
Little handmade leather.
Very nice.
So yeah, so I'm gonna get one and pop it.
Yeah, I think it kind of elevates the project, doesn't it, when you put something like that?
Yeah, it just gives it a little bit of finish.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So yes,
moves it from the amateur to the professional.
I'm a professional. So yes, that was my other finish. So what so you're obviously still working on your socks?
Yeah, I've got this is the latest pair that I'm working on at the moment. This is the surprise, another country bird from West Yorkshire Spinners. That's Kingfisher, which I quite like. So fortunately, because it's so bright, husband has said they're not for me, are they?
Oh, good. I get to keep a pair then. I love that sort of orangey coral colour in there. It looks lovely.
Yeah, the orange. Yeah, the orange and the turquoise go nice together, don't they?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. That's interesting, because that hat. Come back in. That hat is very similar to that turquoise, but it's just not looking it.
No.
Yeah, it's looking more turquoise now than it did before, but
it still looks blue according to my screen.
Yeah, no, it's interesting how the colour's throwing out. But
throwing it out.
Yeah, it's very similar to that. So it's darker than that. It's got a bit more black in it, but no. So I'm working on those. So I've just done the heel flap, and this is something that when I've got to this stage, I can remember everything by I know what to do now. But when I get to the heel, I still need to refer to the pattern, and I use this I use, what's her name? I have to remember her name now as well. Ooh. So I always refer to the notes for the heel turn because I can never remember what the heel that is. And that's this pattern is the No Fear Shorty Socks by Earth Tone Girls Designs.
Yes, yeah.
No, Denise, is it Denise? No, not Denise, is it? No, I've forgotten her name. Oh, that's terrible. I've forgotten her name. I forget everybody's name now.
Well, she did
Denise. Yes, Denise DeSantis. Oh, I'll see it.
There you go. No. She did a lot of YouTube videos, didn't she? For
yes, she's got, so she uses this pattern, and then so I think you purchase the pattern, which wasn't expensive, and then she does everything on YouTube and takes you step by step through it. So yeah, very nice. So it's good, but yes, I have to refer to the heel toe because I can never remember what how many stitches I need to do.
And so you've not touched your cardigan either. So have you got anything else on the needles at the moment, or is that?
Well, yeah, I haven't got it with you to show, but oh yes, I do. I've got this thing I started. This is a huge cone of wool. I started this pattern. My mum got me started on this yesterday. We had a conversation about knitting patterns. My mum's really good at just making her own patterns up.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't, I mean, she's been knitting so long, she basically knows what shape and size she wants, but she plays around with different stitch patterns a lot, actually. And she looks at something and then we'll just say, oh yeah, that's, and she can go and have a go at it, kind of thing. So she showed me what she did and then explained to me what she did, and then I had to go, and mine looks completely different to what she did.
Oh no.
So, but essentially it's a basket weave design. I think I just used what needles I had, and to be honest, I think they're a little bit large, or the fabric's really floppy. But the needles are a little bit too large, I think, for the actual stitch definition to show through. So I think it needs to be closer. But anyway, it's basically a basket weave on one side, and it there's a basket weave.
There, yeah.
Yes. And then it changes to a different design on the other side. And I quite like the idea that for a scarf, you've got two ways, you know, you've got two textures from depending on which way around it is. So this was a kind of like wasting my time hour yesterday. Not really wasting your time, but you know what I mean.
Going down a rabbit hole.
I went down a rabbit hole that I really didn't need to go down.
Yes.
But it's quite nice. It was nice because I was doing something with my mum, so it was nice. So I enjoyed it, you know.
Good.
I think I might just keep it as a sample and then start again with something else, because I say these needles I think really are too large for this design.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice colour though.
Yeah, the colour's nice. Yeah, I do like the colour. It's like an apricot. Again, the colour's not coming out. It's more,
it's a yellow.
It's coming out very yellow, but it's a toned down yellow in real life.
Yeah.
I say that in the light, it's just not good today.
No.
It's not mustard. It's got a touch of apricot in it almost as well. See, that's orange underneath, so it's definitely not orange. But it's definitely not yellow. Anyway, that's that.
Okay.
That's it for knitting.
So so I know I did make a very rash statement when we recorded last, and I said that I would have my flax done by.
You did?
Well, you won't be surprised to know that I haven't got my flax done. However, I have completed one sleeve.
Yay!
So I cast that off last night. I thought I'm going to have one done. So yes, that's cast off one sleeve, all done. So I'm going to now start picking up the other one.
Yeah.
So that I can get that done.
Lovely. Yeah.
Yes. So
you know, that's a nice shade of like a tealy blue, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, I was quite pleased. I had a satisfaction when I cast it off last night. So I'm now inspired to to get on and to finally finish it. Whether it will actually fit me when I finish is another matter.
I'm sure it will.
But I've decided if it doesn't, then Megan can have it. So the other things I've got on the go, I've got I am in the process of no, it's upside down.
Yeah, go away. That's it. Yeah.
So I've cut it out. So my pattern is all cut out. So I'm going to make, I'm not making the dress, I'm going to make a top with it.
Did you make a top before?
I've done this one before, yes, which we did show. I made a brown version, cotton linen mix, I think it was. But this is
that's nice. Oh, that's Japanese type,
yes,
isn't it?
Yeah. So it's nice and soft, and it's a lovely feel to it. So I think it'll be nice. I think it'll hang nice. So that's what I'm going to make that with.
I've made 2 of those Merchant Mills factory dresses. I've got rid of both of them because I didn't like either of them to buy in the end. Because it's a drop waist, it just didn't look right on me at all. So just looked like an old frump in it. So even more.
That's why I'm making it into a top, and I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be nice. So I've got that dress.
I like the fabric very much. It's going to look lovely.
I think I actually bought that when we went to QuiltCon one year.
Did you really? Yeah.
I think I did.
Gosh, that seems years ago.
Well, it was years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was I think it might have been Nashville, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, was that 2016?
So no, that wasn't last year, it was the year before.
What was it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Lose track of time.
Yeah, 2 years ago now. So that's dressmaking. Quilt wise, I have on the frame. I'll pull that off. You can just
put this back on so that I've got a big glare on the table.
I think you can just see a couple of the blocks. But some of these are hand piece blocks that have been knocking around for well over 10 years. When I started teaching beginners, we would start by doing it the old-fashioned way, with templates and pencils and
that old.
Yeah, that old. And we would hand piece the blocks, just to get them going and get them started. So those are leftovers. So I thought I'm going to do something with them. And if I share my screen, I don't know if this is going to work, but if I share my screen. Hopefully this has come up. I'm trying to use my EQ8 a little bit more. So this was the design I eventually came up with, and I put it on Instagram. I put 3 different versions on Instagram, and I got 3 responses, all liking the 3 different types, which wasn't very helpful, people.
I didn't even see that.
I've decided to go with this, which is what I've done, and now I've got to sort of find some way of filling in all this negative space with some quilting, which will be interesting.
I did a sampler block like that, and then in the quilting I echoed the designs of the actual quilt block in the quilting. So you won't be able to see what I'm doing, but where you've got the columns, follow the columns down.
Yes.
So you've got more blocks, and then make echo. When I say echo, I mean take the design of the block and actually stitch it in stitch.
Okay, yes, I see what you mean. Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I could do, couldn't I?
It's a quite an easy way. You haven't got to think too much then, because you're just looking at what you've got on your quilt already.
Yeah,
taking the designs from the quilt and then just quilting them in stitch as opposed to patchwork.
Yes, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, so that's what I've got on the frame at the moment.
Or how about doing some graffiti quilting?
Well, that was my other, because I'm a big fan of Christina Camelli.
Oh yes.
Who does a lot of graffiti quilting, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. And who's the other one? Again, I can't think of her name. Useless names. I think about, there's another girl that's known, she's actually got a book, Graffiti Quilting. She does lots of digitized pattern design as well.
Okay, well, if we get it, we'll put it.
Look her up now because I can't remember. Bear with me.
But yes, that's been loaded on there for a couple of days now, and I'm putting off starting it because I wasn't quite sure what I was
Carly Porter, there you go, Carly Porter.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yes, yeah, she does some amazing stuff. But yeah, that'd be really nice, just to practice your free motion.
Yes, it would. Yeah. So graffiti quilting is just lots of different patterns, different styles, isn't it? All thrown in together.
Yeah, just start and then just let your imagination go as and where, you know.
Yeah, and just see where it takes you. So
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So for me, it's lots of leftovers. So yes, I might just have a little play with it.
I'll play. It's going to look nice anyway. So
yeah, well, it'll get them used, won't it?
But this is the one I'm working on at the moment, and we're working on this every Friday. We've got a little Zoom. I've got a little Zoom group going to finish up, and this is the quilt we're working on at the moment.
Very good.
It's supposed to be finished last year, but none of us did it. So we're encouraging. It's a group I go to, and we're encouraging each other to get it finished. So the idea is where these dots are, you enter whatever word you want. So a couple of ladies have finished, and I've quilted one for one lady, and she had Keep Calm and Carry On Reading, and she had a lovely fabric. It had books in the background and a Matilda print on the back, so I quilted that one up for her. That was nice. I'm just going to go bog standard quilting because I'm going to hang it in the studio. So, okay. But I think it's really boring because everybody else is coming up with all these. You know, someone's doing Keep Calm and Carry On Walking. Someone's doing Keep Calm and Carry On Dancing. Someone had a musical one, and I think it would keep Calm and Carry On Playing. I can't remember. It was a music related one.
Yeah.
So everyone's doing something different. So I got the bog standard quilting, but the idea was that as part of the project, because this was supposed to be pre lockdowns or pre-COVID even, we were going to look at different methods of applique. So each one of these rows was going to be a different style of applique.
Oh, okay.
You know, so there's lots of different styles of applique that you can do. This one is a buttonhole stitch or a triple buttonhole, to be exact. You know, zigzag, you can do just a straight line stitch around the outside. You can do reverse applique, needle turn applique. So we were going to have a go at doing all of these, but in the end we've just decided pick something that you're happy with doing and just go for it. Yeah. So I really like doing this style of applique. So
yeah, so lovely.
So yeah, so I call this a buttonhole stitch, and I believe that's what the sewing machine manual calls it, but it confused a few people. They said, oh, you mean blanket stitch? Well, it looks like a blanket stitch, but I'm fairly sure in sewing machine people speak it's called a buttonhole stitch.
Okay.
Because it's just an elongated thing. But so I do it with a stabilizer on the back.
Yeah.
A tearaway stabilizer, and then I pull the stabilizer out when I'm done. So it's actually a very light bonder web to begin with, first of all. So, and then stitch around. But some of these tiny circles were interesting to do.
Yes, I bet.
But completely doable.
Very nice.
Yeah, I quite like the way it just gives that little bit of a raised edge to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adds another dimension to it, doesn't it?
Yeah. So this obviously Keep Calm and Carry On, I think is probably known worldwide, isn't it? Loads of people. It was really popular a few years. I thought there was loads of things going around the internet with Keep Calm and Carry On. Yeah. But it was actually a British propaganda message put out in, I think it was 1939. I think it was. It might even have been a bit earlier than that, but
around the war.
Yeah, wartime. It was a wartime message. So this is the George V crown. And this font is actually called the Keep Calm font. So it is that there is actually, it's a free font. If anybody wants it, you can actually download it from the font. It's free, but it's called Keep Calm. So,
very good.
So that's what I'm working on at the moment, and I'm doing it in rainbow colours. So I've got lots of different colours. So what have we got? A bit of orange, a bit of pink somewhere. I think there's a pink, but I think I may have to do a couple again because I didn't quite like some of the colours. So yeah. So I'm going to do a rainbow version because I haven't ever done a rainbow quilt, and that's something everybody's. It's on it's on your list, isn't it? A rainbow quilt counts.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So that's what I'm working on. So it's going to take me a while because I've still got lots to applicate before I put it all together. But the fact we're doing it on a Friday afternoon, I'm more inclined to do it now because I wouldn't otherwise.
No.
Because you're accountable to everybody else. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on.
Is that fabric a red?
This one?
Yes, in the crown.
No, it's actually orange.
I was going to say it's coming out orange. I just thought, oh, is that meant to be a red or is it an orange? No, it is orange. No. That's very nice.
But yeah, I do like solids. I think solids are nice to work with. But I like grunge because grunge it reads solid, but it's actually got a lot of texture to it, hasn't it? Sort of built in. It's tone on tone, and yeah, nice.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, Moda, it's a Moda fabric, Moda range, grunge, and they add a selection of different colours in each year, I think, don't they, to add to it?
It's the same as the Konas are always adding. Actually, Kona is made by Robert Kaufman.
Yeah.
They're always adding new colours. So some colours are more difficult to get hold of, particularly when I think they always do a colour of the year. They sell out quick, don't they?
They do.
But I tell you which plain fabrics I saw recently. I thought, I really like those. The Art Gallery range of fabrics. I really like those. Right, the other thing I've been doing this month, I'll just stop my camera, are these things which I really like.
So these
are just little folded stars. So I did a little mini class with my group the other day, which I love it. Don't you love it when you teach a class and you've only got 1 or 2 samples to show people, and you've experimented yourself with different methods and in this case different papers and different designs of paper, and then you teach the class and people run with it.
Yes.
And they come back and they show you all these different things that they've done, and how different magazines they've chosen. Floral magazines, and then they've chosen some papers that are special to them, and it's like, and then they're all coming up with these different ideas of how to use them and what you could do with them, which I thought was really nice. So I made lots of different ideas. This was like a quilting magazine, and me being me, I don't pay any attention to where I'm cutting or anything, but so this was an old book.
Very nice.
Yeah, but this is one I really like. This was actually a colouring book that I had from years ago.
Yes, I can see it now. Yes.
Yeah, I really like that. So, but they're very easy to do, and I did do a little tutorial if anybody wants to see it. I had to go in fabric as well. I didn't like the fabric version. It was too clunky and difficult to do. This was not as much fun as working in paper.
Okay. Yeah.
The paper was easy, and it holds together. This one's not been it comes apart easy enough, but it stops together easy enough as well.
Yeah,
it doesn't shift. With the fabric, you definitely had to do some kind of stitch work to keep it together, and I didn't like the way these things are all unfolding now.
Right, okay.
I mean, I used steam and I used a tailor's clapper on it to try and get them to fold, but I couldn't get it to do that.
Effective though.
Yeah. I mean, if you are keen to do something in fabric, then obviously give it a go. But you may need to do some extra stitch work. You may need to stitch these closed. Yeah. You may need to, maybe I thought possibly if you added a bead or something to the end, it might help to keep everything sharp and closed. But
yes.
But I use this, I've got a candle I put over it, so it looks lovely with a candle sitting over the top. Obviously, you know, or in it, you could put it inside it or on top. Mine was sit because I had a big chunky candle. It was just sitting on the top, so so it was quite pretty.
Very nice.
And this was just, I just used what I had. I didn't pay attention to the fabrics. I just pulled out charm squares that I had hanging around, the leftover charms.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was a bit of fun. But the paper version is nice to have a go at doing something in a different material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the main pantry purchase that I did, which I didn't need, but I actually treated myself to a selection of Juicy Juice's new range. I think it's, I want to say Entwine, but I'll double check that. But yeah, so they're fat quarters, and they are a very loose weave. So they have got a very interesting feel to them. But yeah, I mean, there are some, I think when you buy a complete range like that, you do run the risk a little bit of not getting exactly what you wanted. And there are a few that I'm not too sure about. But
well, you just haven't found the right project for them yet. That's all.
Exactly. They'll all get used. But the
I love like a black and white next door to a grey and yellow. Grey and yellow, is it? Grey. Those two. Love those two.
Yeah.
This the yellow one. They look very Chanel-like, don't they? Almost.
Yeah. But they are very loose weave. They're really soft and
yeah.
But yeah, they're beautiful.
They'd be lovely mixed with like a tweed to make a wool tweed quilt.
Yes, they would actually.
Yeah.
So yes, I was very pleased with them. I like that green. I think that's one of my favourites. That green. So yes, so that was my main purchase. I got them through Olive and Flow Handcraft, I think it is.
Yes, I bought from those before. They're very nice, actually.
Yes, and over Christmas she was doing lots of special offers. So so did you buy them on sale? That's the only.
Well, I think also you're supporting local business as well, aren't you?
Exactly.
It's important, particularly with all the lockdown and everything. People are not making the sales, and
yeah.
So, did you, by the way, I thought it was quite interesting. I listened on the news last night. With everybody buying online, there's a national shortage of packaging materials.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, so we've run out of cardboard boxes, basically.
Well, perhaps they'd like to come and see my husband, because I think my husband has a little bit of a love affair going on with Amazon at the moment, and we seem to have half of Amazon's packing boxes in our front room.
Right.
So if anybody's short on cardboard, come and see us.
I quite like packaging in stationery, packaging, that kind of thing. I love all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And if a box comes, I look at it and think, oh, that could be really useful for.
Have you purchased anything?
I haven't purchased anything other than what have I did. I haven't got it with me. I did buy the grunge, and that was it in terms of fabric. And I haven't purchased anything else wool-wise, but I got a little package sent to me. This from the lovely chaps at the Artful Stitch, because I was how long ago now was it? They changed their name and they were looking for people to give suggestions for their name. It was it Rusty Knits? It was Rusty
Knits, yeah.
Hampton joined the regular podcasting, and they wanted to change their name, so they asked for suggestions, and my suggestion was the name they took up, which is the Artful Stitch.
Yay! And
the reason I chose that name, by the way, is because Hampton does a lot of sewing and Rusty does a lot of knitting, and he's also an artist, so I thought the Artful Stitch might be nice to cover all bases. So anyway, they sent me a little prize. So talking of wrapping paper, look, that was the inside.
Oh, nice.
So that's not going to get thrown away.
Oh.
So now I just need to, I did unpack most of it off screen, so I'm just going to undo the box. I haven't started opening this until, oh, this may not, I may have needed to have done this off camera. That's a knife. I don't like that. That's my husband's. Oh, I don't like that. Sorry for the noise.
Oh, it's exciting.
Nice. We'll take a card out, read that. What did I get? Ooh. Look at that.
Oh, look. Oh,
gorgeous.
Lovely.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I love
the colours are beautiful.
So this is mohair. Oh, I love it.
Very nice.
Oh, I'm already thinking of a little project I've got in my that. Is that lovely?
That is super, isn't it? What a lovely colour.
So this is merino cashmere nylon. Oh, wow. Hand painted, nature inspired. Good grief. Good. This is u2yarn.com. Oh, that's good. Rustine Hampton, thank you so much.
That is amazing. Is it a double knit or is it a 4-ply?
This is DK, and it's called. Well, it says truffle DK. So I wonder if that's. Do you reckon that's the name of it? Yeah, it must be the name of it. Truffle DK.
Oh, very nice.
And this one is Kid You Not, and this is in the mohair. And that's coming up dark on the screen there, but it's actually a little brighter. I think that one, that is showing it a little better.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Wow.
Very nice.
Oh, so thank you very much, guys. And good luck with your podcast. So that's The Artful Stitch. And they're over in Dallas in Texas.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Very
Nice.
Lovely. Looky.
Yeah, that was lovely. What a lovely little card. I'll read that off screen. So thank you very much, guys. By the way, last week we hit 100,000, over 100,000 dead in the UK, which is not good by any stretch of the imagination. So just want to take a moment. If you've been affected by COVID in any way, shape or form, then yeah, thoughts are with you.
Absolutely. It's
getting very close to home. The next door neighbours up literally from us, they were poorly for 3 weeks with it, so you kind of think, gosh, that's really close now, isn't it? But good news is that the jabs are rolling out now, and hopefully it won't be too long now, so we'll all be injected and we can start to resume some normality of life.
Yes, I'm not quite sure what the new normal is going to be like, but
definitely won't be the same as before, that's for sure. But okay.
Anyway,
yeah. So we're in lockdown here in the UK, I think, until probably the second week of March. I don't think we're going to come out before then, do you?
Can't see it happening.
I can't see it happening either. So, but you know, once we've all got these injections, at least we can think about getting together again, can't we? So,
yeah, definitely.
So 70-year-olds are being injected in the next couple of weeks.
I think they've started, well, certainly around here anyway, they've started in the that 70 to 75 bracket, so it's coming down slowly and they're working their way through them now, so
so I reckon it'll be April for myself and husband, and then so I will say I know there's a lot of issues around who's getting it, when they're getting it, and which country's getting all that at the moment, because we've got a shortage. But it's a big task to get that many people vaccinated in such a short period of time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think they're doing very well for myself, but I know not everybody agrees with me.
No, there will always be complainers.
It's always a way into with anything and everything, so hey ho.
It is indeed.
So so that's I think that's it, isn't it? I don't think we've got anything else to talk about.
I think that's us. So thank you so much for joining us, for being with us this morning.
Yes, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed watching us, then please give us a thumbs up and a like. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed.
Been lovely to have you. Please all stay safe.
Yes, safe and well. Yes.
And we look forward to catching up with you, hopefully a little bit sooner than the last time.
Yes, we have got a couple of tutorials in the bag that we'll put out in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
So
keep a look out.
So it might not be more speaky ones. Speaky ones. Speaky ones.
Okay. I think it's
time to go. It's time to go. I need a drink.
Nice to see you. Take care.
There either.
It's what? Sorry.
I'm there.
Oh wait.
I'm going.
She's had enough. She's off. Okay. Nice to see you all. Take care. Bye.
Bye.